Hello everyone, I am Will, and welcome back to my playthrough of Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered. Um, Last we left off, One second, it's probably better to just pull up the map. I think we started about here. Yeah, we went this way to grab another animal statue figurine that was over here, as well as some of the blue gleam that was up on the hill. Yeah, I think that's what we did when we first started. Yeah, I came back here and just traveled westward. Yep. There was like two control towers, like one here, one here. It's also the start of what's it called? The start of the Hunters 3. Oops.
I can't wait.
Hold on, Varga. Yeah, the start of the Hunters 3 was in this little area. Yep. We helped them grab a Scorcher Claw, I think. Yeah, there was one or two Scorchers, some long legs, as well as like a control tower or two. So we helped them out, grabbed the part, and we just kept going. I think there was another animal statue thing. I think it was like over here, I believe. Um, mhm. Or was it over here? I don't quite remember. Or maybe here. I don't know. It was along here somewhere. But yeah. Then we took on another control tower, which had stalkers. Yeah, it was at night, and they were kind of hard to see. So luckily, I spotted their little cloak shimmering before we went to the control tower. Otherwise, we would have been spotted. But we did get spotted, so it's like, yeah. But we did take care of the control tower first. Then we made our way to Long Notch Settlement.
To get working.
There we met with Varga, the daughter of... can't quite remember his name. The Osram back at the first settlement we went to the Frozen Wilds. I think it's like Bergen or something. I don't quite remember. Where she... I want to say tasked us. She said she could upgrade one of our weapons, the storm.
Aloy.
Hold on. Yeah, she said she could upgrade. What was it? This one. Yeah, Storm Slinger. Yeah. And I think it's her quest. Yeah. Geared up Storm Slinger, yep. Offered to improve Aloy's Storm Slinger if she hunts a Stormbird and retrieves its talons. Yep. So that's actually what we're going to do first, but yeah, we met her there. I think we did some shopping, talking. Yeah. And I think that was it. Yep. I think that was it. I'm at the point where I'm just trying to clear the map, gather up all the extra stuff that's on the map, like the little figurines, the blue gleam,
Ready to get that weapon
a
part?
bunch of the side quests. Try to do those before I tackle the main quest line in the DLC. So that's why we're going to do a lot more of the side quests in the next few episodes. So, but yeah, and that was it. That's all we did. We just traveled westward, grabbing stuff, talking to people. Between episodes, I didn't do anything, so all the stuff's going to be about the same. I probably should, but I tend to forget about
I
it.
can't wait to get working.
Oh well. The only stuff we should do on the side in between episodes would be gather the blue gleam in the sparse areas, like this one here, this one, these ones. Basically in the off paths, like this one here, maybe these. But hunt down skins and bones for some of the animals for the pouch upgrades. But yeah, I'm not really, don't really care about that. Because the only pouch upgrades left are the weapons I don't really use that much. So it's like, not worth it. But again, I didn't do anything between episodes, so everything's the same.
Aloy.
Hold on. And for today, we're gonna hopefully finish up this geared up side quest. Hopefully all we need is this little Stormbird Talon. So yeah, that's the first thing we're gonna do. It's gonna hunt down a Stormbird for Varga, and hopefully be done with that. And if we are done with that, we'll actually go back up to Near's Rock. Yep, and then kind of grab the blue gleam and make our way down, make our way south. Yeah. So probably fast travel here, cross the little ravine, grab this blue gleam, then go south. Grab the figurine. The next step in the Hunters 3, the control tower is probably involved with this quest. Pigment. I'm pretty sure this is Honored Hall or something. I think that's what it's called. Where we'll trade in the figurines, but I don't know. I've never done DLC, so I don't know. I'm just guessing based on the icon and the shape of the building. Yep. And we'll probably continue going south to this blue gleam. Depending on the topography, I may not be able to get to this pigment. I have a feeling it's on the cliff edge on the south side, so we may not be able to get to it. Yeah. And then after we grab this blue gleam, it really depends on how much time we have left. Because then we'll probably go north. Grab these blue gleams, this pigment, and then probably do this this other side quest here. But it really depends on how much time we got at that point. So, yeah, that's the plan. Whether we do it, who knows? All right. Yep. And I think we have a Stormbird to hunt, shall we?
Ready to get that weapon part?
Yeah. All right, Varga. What's the plan?
You know, I kind of missed all this red dust. Well, there's our Stormbird. When you're ready, I'll follow up and boom.
Okay. I mean, guess. Wait for it to pass again. Come on. Alright, didn't quite work. Is that part? Yeah, okay. Little tear actually.
Action and reaction.
Ow. Okay, I think I got the casing off. There we go. That's what we wanted. Did I get it? I don't think so. No. Yeah. This guy's the hardest. And that's all the attacks he has left because now I took off the thing. Come on. I didn't want to, but it's gonna make me, huh?
Yeah.
Alright. There we go. Run. Hop off. Oh wait, I forgot. I need to put my warbow on. Because we need to... I think he has frost on. I think he does. Stupid rock. Yeah, he has frost on him. It's right by his wings. Right there. Come on. There you go. Okay, it knocked. Oops. I was trying to hit for the eye, but I can't quite hit it. Oh. Alright. Yeah, Stormbirds are really... If I didn't have the rope caster, it would have been much, much harder. Alright, Stormbird. Shards, coil. Ooh, it's got its heart. Alright.
Just said she could improve the storm slinger with this.
Yeah, you weren't much of a help, so... Bleh. Really can't climb the edge. Alright, Varga. You were pretty useless in that fight. At least from what I can tell. Alright.
Got that part you need?
Perfect. Already got machine oil on my hands.
Here it is. 1 Stormbird talon.
Let's do it. I haven't had this much fun in ages. Watch and learn, Aloy. Only don't stare directly at the sparks. Okay, so I pretty much had to break her in half. But what's a staff? A stick. One thing I like about sticks, you can put them back together however you want.
Which you did. This thing looks a whole lot more dangerous.
She's better than dangerous. She's a genuine Varja special now. Take good care of her.
What you did to that storm slinger? That was some impressive work, Varja.
Hey, it's nothing. I just helped her become what she was always meant to be. They grow up so fast.
Alright. So I guess this is, yeah, these two are when we actually get the weapon. I think this, her last commission is the little flamethrower that bandits have. I guess we'll get this once we become Warak, so. Alright, so guess what? I have a feeling we'd be meeting her again.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
Alright. Now got an improved Storm Slinger. Yep. Oh. Nice. As far as more powerful charge bolts, which do escalating damage. Overcharging the weapon increases its power but causes shock damage to the user. Alright, makes sense. But yeah, it's definitely got some power to it. I'll have to play around with it, maybe. Yep, Stormbird Heart. Alright. No, we don't want this. We want this one. Actually, let me check its... More shock damage? Yeah, probably. Sure, why not? You know, we'll equip it. We'll give it a try. Okay. So the little 3 little hatches on top is where it gets feedback. Alright, so 5 shots before it
Now's my chance.
okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Thank you. Yeah, okay. It's alright. I mean, we'll definitely have some fun with it. It could probably do a good, shock build up, but I'll stick to my warbow for that. But we'll have some fun. Alright. Oops. I want to fast travel to Near's Rock, and then we'll go south. Oops. Let's not hit the locals. Okay. How much blue gleam do I have? I got 11. Trying to remember what the next weapon or costs. Alright, so put down a marker just so I know where we're going. Actually,
It stood lifeless for as long as I can remember.
alright. I'm gonna go do a quick save. Alright, and let's head south. So there's a control tower. Is that the control tower? Or is that a different one? No, that might be the control tower we're heading to. Alright. So here's the crossroads. Alright, so I want to head... it's probably better to go this way. We'll probably cross that bridge up there, maybe. Oh, so another level up. Cool. The hunting trials, which is another thing we could do to become Warak, which I'll probably do, but did I go too far? Nope. Okay, we're on the right path. But yeah, we have to either do at this point we gotta do either the bandit camp, the hunting grounds, or find pigments for the little Bernuke painter back at, what's it called? The settlement, Song's Edge, yeah. Because another thing we could have done was, bring the tall neck back to life, which is what we did, so that already counted. Alright. Old volcano forge thing, whatever it is. Thunder's drum. Where are you? A supply crate. A little avalanche happened. Okie dokie, so let's mark the blue gleam. So it's over here somewhere. I bet there's a machine or two around here. Alright. Is that it? No, it's not it. There it is.
Won't be hard to sell a chunk like this.
Alright. So we got that. Now we just need to go... it's probably best at the campsite. Don't mind me, don't mind me. Am I going the right way? Yes, okay. Here's the road. It's probably best to grab this little campsite or campfire, just in case we have to come back up here. At least we have a fast travel point we can get to. Alright, so it's discovered, it's on the map.
Low and quiet does it.
Yeah, I know. Yes, your new armor will definitely help, so don't worry. Let's do a quick save. I like quick save when you can, just in case. Alright. Well, we could continue on, do this first. You know what? Yeah, while we're here, might as well just do this one. Hopefully this is just a 1 or 2 step. Like, come up here, find, traces of them, follow the path, probably lead us up here. So, yeah, let's just do this while we're up here. Just get it out of the way.
I think there's frost between my teeth.
Keep your mouth shut. Ooh. Rather override than stealth strike. Alright, so okay, up this road. Okay.
I think I found one of the hunters.
Mm-hmm. Actually pretty good.
Not today.
An outlander, huh? Well, who else would join me on this path I've taken?
Which path would that be?
Away from tradition. Away from the Werak. It's not so. Damn. They need metal too. But my need is greater.
I was told the Banuk don't accept help. Is it true?
They don't. I do.
And that's why you're still alive, I guess.
Look sharp, Outlander! There's more of them!
Yes, I see them. Alright, I should probably... There you are. Ow. Thought I got it off.
Let's split their metal.
Go.
Anticipate.
Alright. That was fun. Hold on, we gotta gather our rewards. Cool. Yeah, most of the stuff we're just probably gonna sell anyway, so I'm like, don't need the shards or anything, but we'll always take the supplies. Alright. Aria? Akri, or how you want to pronounce it?
You fight well. I am a Kree.
Thank you. I'm Aloy. I heard the White Teeth were missing 2 hunters. You look like you could leave if you wanted to, so...
I stayed because of the other. Mylen. She snapped her leg descending the ice. I've bided my time keeping vigil, but now she must return to the Werak before they leave.
Is joining the White Teeth so important to you?
It's one of the great Weraks of Ban-Or. Not so many great ones left now. I would go where Mylen went. I was her shadow on the snow, and she was mine. To be a runner with the White Teeth was everything to her.
What's this ordeal supposed to prove?
That we have the strength of our ancestors. That we can survive as they did. When they came in search of a homeland, some were trapped against this glacier by a snowstorm. 4 days, 4 nights. After the storm cleared, the survivors sighted a tall neck, which led them up into Ban-Or. Well, that's the story I learned anyway.
You know this Mylan well.
Since our knees were always skinned. All my life. In a test to prove that we only need ourselves. That was my weakness.
Sounds like she was lucky for your weakness.
That's not the way she sees it.
Mylan won't let you help her, will she? Because of the rules of this test.
You're quick as a rockfall.
No, just used to being told what's forbidden to me.
She won't allow it. Won't take the medicinal plants I found or the food. Only what she can scrape up on hands and knees. I could get close when she was delirious. But now she's learned not to let me get close.
Stupid traditions. Alright.
So let's get her back to the Werak.
All right. I've made a splint for her leg. Medicine for the pain, but I should warn you, she won't take them willingly. The law of survival...
Tribal law shouldn't keep us apart from the ones we care for.
Even if she cares more for the law.
That's toughy. As I suspected, it'll follow this path up to this little point. Alright. Okay.
Come. Up.
Nice view of Thunder's drum.
That's where we're going. The frozen flow from the Ice Father. It keeps many things, but it won't have her.
Not if we can help it.
I have a feeling we're going to be fighting a frost claw up here.
More up?
We're lucky. Handholds have thawed. There. She's passed out again.
Between us, we can fight the machines off before they reach her.
Another tradition broken.
Take it from me. Gets easier the more you do it.
Are you corrupted? No, you're not. Cool. They do have antennas on their heads, so they can call for reinforcements. Alright, what are your patrol patterns? You're just back and forth. You actually come down here. You're just back and forth. Well, you actually come down here too. Okay. Alright, who's first? What's the worst that can happen? That is a permanent override too, so... Ow. Alright.
Scrappers! In thin air, they smell metal for miles.
Oops. Yeah, it's just... You guys knocked each other out. Ooh, that hurt.
Clear shot!
Alright. So then we have to get you two. I think you're required. Dang. Why? He's permanently override. Why do I have to
That
kill him?
way.
Fine. I'm sorry, buddy. The game told me.
Scorchers now! This won't be easy, Aloy.
I hear you, but where are you? Oh, there you are. Alright. Now I want this. There we go. She's actually doing pretty good with the frost. Let's follow suit. Alright, so you're frosted.
Freeze!
Ow. I was hoping I could probably knock you over, but no.
I'll freeze it where it stands.
Yeah, like that. Took more than I thought. Ow. Really? Ow. I don't know what's happening. Just swing. Okay.
Looks like it's clear. We did it.
That took... I thought I could knock that over. Whoop. It took a lot more R2s than I thought I would to knock them over. That's what I was counting on. That's why I was sitting there, you know, R2, you know, heavy striking them. But, oh well.
Feels like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
They might, so be careful. Alright. Is there anything up here? No. Oh well. We had a lot of healing anyway, so I was like, eh.
I can feel her fever even in this cold. She shouldn't have been putting weight on this leg.
She is awake. Miss Outlander. You brought her here, Ikri?
You think I went to the Nora homelands to find a spear to drive between us?
I told you. The ordeal is mine, and mine alone. I will survive.
Which would you rather keep, Mylen? Your leg or your pride? Because I think you're gonna have to choose.
Finish it.
I know what you think of me. But I vowed you'd join the White Teeth. And you will.
I will go back. Alone. No! Let me do this.
Please, let her. Mylen, I hope you can forgive me someday.
I never accepted your help. It's the Werak you should ask for forgiveness.
I didn't care about the Werak.
She'll understand. You saved her life.
You don't know the Benuk very well, Aloy. We have so many ways to express a grudge, and only one to accept an apology. I have to go my own way. I don't belong with them, who left her to die. And I don't belong with...
Ikri.
I'll find a crack in this glacier, and I'll shout my grief into it. And the ice can keep it forever.
What should I tell them? The Werak.
That I fell. And that she endured. Will you?
Whatever. Yep. For your friend, for your loved one, question mark. But alright. Maybe we can do that. Alright. Yeah. The spewing volcano forge through the snowstorm. That's a sight. Alright. So let's... Well... Looks like there's a campsite here. We're probably gonna come this way eventually. Alright. So let's just go back to the Near's Rock. Tell them what happened. Or not happened. Alright. Chief?
Mylen has returned. expect you have something to say about this.
I do.
Then convince me what an outlander's word is worth.
Well, I would say by your deal, she survived.
I'm not up on all of the Banuk traditions, but I know what matters to you is that your laws are upheld. Going by the rules of your ordeal, she endured the 4 days and the 4 nights. She faced the extremes and survived. Seems to me that's what you wanted.
Just so.
Then by the law, Mylen will wear our paint.
Outlander. So nothing of the other hunter? The one called Ikri?
She's gone. She sounded brave.
Her name will always be in my song.
Hey, more blue green. Nice. I hope it was worth it.
You're very clever. You learned our laws well enough to break them, and to defend another's honor, too.
I know how much those laws mean to you. Although I'm not sure I understand why.
Don't you see? Ikri was my only friend, and she could have died. You could have, too. All for my mistake. The law of survival would not allow such a waste. It makes us strong and cold. It challenges us to leave friendship behind.
I grew up with laws like that. They brought me nothing but pain.
Did you believe in them? That's what I thought. This is my choice. My pain.
Okay, whatever.
It is a long road back to the Black Hills of our home.
Okay. That's one side quest down. Maybe the DLC will have the same kind of final quest that the base game has, where people will come to your aid when you do the final fight. So I wonder if we'll be doing something like that, like helping these people in the side quests will help with that. Who knows? Alright, so we have 1 skill point, we just need 2 more. Alright. Huntress 3 is our next stop. Yeah, we'll do it. Alright, so can we actually make some potions? Yes, we can. Not a lot, but we can. Alright. Cool. Traps I don't really use. Alright. So, the best way would be this way and then cross the bridge here to this and go down. Cool.
Gonna come in handy.
Alright. Think we go this way? Yes, this way. Alright. Now another trek through the mountainside. Or through the valleys. Squirrel? I don't think I need squirrel, but I don't know. I probably need it for something, so I'm gonna try to get skins and bones while we can. Alright. So here's the crossroad. So we want to head. So we gotta go there. That way. That way. Cool. Yeah, it looks like the DLC area isn't too big, so getting from place to place doesn't take very long. Which is nice. Okay, so we need to go this way. So this should lead us along the mountainside to the... Actually, I had to just mark it. Campsite. Yes, goat, we hear you. Okay, it's still a mountain trail. Alright. Just keep double checking my map, make sure I'm going the right way. I tend to like to know, I tend to believe I have a good sense of direction, but I can still get turned around from here to there. Especially if the terrain looks the same in different areas. Ooh. Smoke? Oh, hot springs. Cool. Alright. Bandit camp's right over there. We will do eventually, but just not right yet. Not yet. Quick save. Alright, so it's this way. Let's just mark the... Hopefully we find this little figurine. My money is on it's in that little building area that the stalkers are kind of guarding. There's the tower. And we saw a stalker briefly when it got powered up. And it's right there. All right. Yeah. The scrap pile. Yeah, I bet the figurine's in there, so we'll get these people to help us. All right, you three amigos.
There's the herd. Everyone ready?
Are you joking? We were born ready. Let's go get them, flaming skulls.
Nope. That's awful.
It is a pretty bad name. Good effort, though, Urkai.
Forget it. Let's just go kill something.
All right.
We've got some blue gleam. Might as well trade it.
Not yet, Aloy. Not yet. All right, there's the stalker. You can see the little cloak shimmer.
Better shut it down for good.
All right, we just need a... Looks like someone tripped the thing. All right, so you are demon controlled, so I can't override you. I mean, I am in position to destroy it.
We need to override the tower. Take control. They're scanning for me.
Alright, I think that's the only tower down here, so we're good to go. There's the figurine. It's going to be a tough fight, that's for sure. And they probably won't start until we actually, fight.
Can stop tensing up.
All right. Let's see. Pretty sure I can't get these scrappers in one hit. Oh, I can. Okay. Alright. Didn't think I could. I thought they had too much health, but it's probably when we upgraded or was allowed to place modifiers on our spear. So we can now do it in one hit. Come on, it's just a rock. Get up there. Thank you. I think there's another scrapper nearby. Alright. Are we ready? I think so. You know what? I am going to try something. No, you. I should have better... Yeah, better damage. Let's do that. One of the better shocks. I'm curious to see what happens. One of them's going to come investigate. I wonder if he's going to trip the wire. There he goes. Looks like he might. Nope.
You're not gonna like this.
Oh, he does. Cool. I mean, it didn't do a lot of damage, but it did work. Alright, should we just get this over with? I think so. They don't have darts on them? Oh no, he does. Okay.
It's off.
Ow. I need to try and hit this cloak.
Here goes!
There it goes.
This is why I sharpened my spear today. This is good. Making progress.
Alright. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know about you three, but I feel better. Aloy,
We did it
you get that
again!
component?
I don't know, did I? I think I did. Alright, well, before we talk to you, let me grab the rest of the goodie. Alright. Ah, excuse me. Where's the figurine? Where were you? No. Oh, you're right here. Figurine number 1.
You look fierce for such a little thing.
Oop, I forgot to turn that off. It just says we got all the figurines. A moose. Alright. Yeah, yeah. I forgot to turn the notifications off, but that should be the trophy for fighting all the figurines. Alright. So we'll talk to this guy and go from there. Alright. I got your parts.
That's another part down. One more and you'll have what you need to pay off Bergrund.
Starting to feel real, you know. I'm starting to believe we're really gonna get out of here. Honestly, I wasn't sure we'd survive a week without Nakoni. But here we are.
Who's Nakoni?
Nakoni was... She was a friend of ours. She challenged the chieftain for control of the Werak.
She didn't make it.
No. If you're gonna tell this story, tell it true. She was murdered.
Murdered?
Is this why you left Banor? Because of this business with Nakoni and your chieftain?
Onakut knew Nakoni was our mentor, our friend. We couldn't stay.
That final night, we snuck back to camp, packed what we could, and left.
Like cowards.
What are we to Tai? We are Banuk, aren't we? Survive and prevail. That's what we do.
It's not what she did.
Nakoni challenged the chieftain. Why?
Onakut wrapped himself in power and authority the way some people wrap themselves in furs. If you were willing to fawn over him and sing false songs to him, you might get a spot on the best hunts. The Werak split into two. Those willing to lick the bottoms of Onikut's feet, and the rest of us, waiting for things to get better.
Until Nakoni.
She was the best and bravest of us. She was the one who took a stand.
What happened? How did you lose Nakoni?
She challenged the chieftain to a hunting competition. Onikut, damn him! He wasn't nearly the hunter Nakoni was. But who comes back to the camp after the trial? Onikut, grinning like a snap maw, crowing, "Oh, where's little Nakoni?"
We tracked Nakoni through the woods. Found her not far from the trailhead.
With her damn neck snapped.
I don't want to remember her like that. Sometimes that memory, it's all I can think of.
I'm sorry to Tai. It sounds like she meant a lot to you. To all of you. I'm sorry for what you've been through.
It's nice to be heard. Thank you, Aloy.
Look, it doesn't matter, okay? What happened in Banor is buried in Banor. What matters now is what happens in the Sundom. That's where the burning turkeys are gonna make a name for ourselves, right?
Oh, the burning turkeys? Seriously?
It rolls off the tongue.
Sort of like vomit?
So, where to next?
There's a lake just west of here. Seems like a good place to find a snapmaw fang. We'll meet you there.
If you beat us there, just wait by the campfire. We'll be along.
Burning turkeys, huh? Alright. So snap malls to the west. Hey, we already did that one. Yeah, so hopefully there's be no control towers over there. So. Alright. Alright, so before we close this out, we're actually going to grab this pigment and check out this little building. Yeah, tramplers. Yeah, hopefully we can avoid a fight. But so the last thing is Snap Maw Fang, and it's at a place we've already been to, so hopefully shouldn't be too bad. Because I remember clearing out the 3 control towers that are in that little area. So hopefully they don't respawn, which I don't think so. I haven't noticed them respawning, so. There's the little lodge, or the hall. Alright. So, the pigment should be around here somewhere. Right there? Yep, that right there. Cool.
More pigments for Sakoni.
Dark salts. supposed to represent like Yellowstone or something? She had these little walkways, the geysers. If it is, that's okay. That would put us in. I can't. Trying to think of where Yellowstone's actually located.
I wonder what they'll trade for Blue Gleam.
I know it's in the Midwest somewhere. I don't quite. I like to think I know where it is, but now I don't, because Zero Dawn mostly takes place around the Colorado-Utah border, that little area there, which means I think. Okay, I have. Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
Americanus, the magnificent American black bear. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Beautiful. How fierce you must have been. That fur. You never even felt the cold, did you? If we hadn't preserved you, would anyone even know you disappeared?
Montana. Huh. Okay. Thank you. We have a data pad. Our final 2 weeks. It's a decently length one, so if you want to read it, just pause it here. I will scroll it down here in a moment, and I'll see you when you get back. Yeah, so I guess I guess this is like Yellowstone, because, they mentioned Old Faithful in here. Yep. Or stare into the beauty pool. Yep. So I know Old Faithful is part of Yellowstone. So I guess the park was acquired by Firebreak, because I guess no one would go to the park or anything, I guess. Who knows? Who knows? It says, it's here. Pigment, cool. Only got 4 more. That's nice. Have the hunting grounds, storm slinger, waves of machines. Okay, just machine fights and machine fights. Okay. Kill the machine storm slinger. Since upgraded, it should be good. Kill away the machines. Traps are probably useful there. Major machines, I don't know about that one. Alright, improve storm slinger. Okay. Probably won't be doing those. Stalker Sinew. Scorcher Claw. Alright. Oops. Nope, here's another one. It's an audio log, thankfully.
Visitor Center's a bust. I'm recording the strategic and operational value at roughly 0 point squat. No reason we shouldn't pack the staff onto a vert and send them back to Nowheresville as soon as the gates are locked. Enjoy basic income, ding-dongs.
Well, that wasn't very nice. Alright, looks like there's a little bit more text here. Luckily, it's not very long, so if you want to read it, just pause it here, and I'll see you when you get back. Oh, this Belvin guy is a real piece of work, isn't he? Yeah. What a jerk. Oh, while we're in charge, let's say this person is a no-go. Like, what are you talking about? No hire? Just wants to revitalize the park. All right. All right. And Juke.
I hate to interrupt.
Oh, yes. Hello, well, an outlander at the Shrine of Forgotten Beasts. Welcome. I'm Enjuk.
Aloy. The Shrine of what?
When the old world still breathed, a great man built a tiny totem to this beast and stored the visage inside. When the totem is placed on the pedestal, the animal is painted onto the empty air, and the beast lives again. Well, almost.
There are 7 pedestals. Where are the other 6 figurines?
I found this one in the wilds. Remembered the indentations in the pedestals here, and saw how they matched the base of the totem. But as you say, it's one of 7, isn't it? The great Montana recreations must have made more, but time has scattered them.
So these totems... the images they show are of animals that no longer exist. They're gone, like the old ones.
So it seems. To think such magnificent creatures are lost to us, that we never even knew they were here. We rely as much on beasts as we do on machines. For food, for warmth, but do we study them with the same fervor? Yeah, I do. For example, I have this theory about foxes. Why do foxes have red fur? Think about what they eat.
Meat?
Raw meat. Bloody meat. See? Natural causation. Logical connections. It only makes sense.
You've thought a lot more about foxes than I have.
Yes, their furs are red because they eat bloody meat. Well, you are what you eat, but not that way.
You said a great man made these figurines?
Indeed. He was, I believe, a student of the natural world. Like me, but surpassing my abilities 1,000 times over. The great Montana recreations. Perhaps the finest natural scholar the old world ever produced. His voice claims responsibility for the totems, the vessels for the knowledge he accumulated. I share his desire to understand the beasts, to catalog their behaviors and preserve their images. I like to flatter myself that I'm an apprentice of sorts, carrying on his work. Someday, perhaps, if I am persistent, I can earn his name. Enjuk Recreations.
Yeah. Yes, we know better, but characters in this world don't. So that's a little funny.
I have 6 figurines like this one. Maybe these are what you're looking for?
Yay! Okay. Textured box must be opened to reveal its contents. Hopefully they're better than the base game, but I doubt it. Alright. All 6. We can actually sell to them too. Might as well. Keep those, don't need that, keep that, don't need that, don't need that. I'll keep these. I'll hold on to that. Keep some of these skins. Oh, sell that. I don't care about that. These are hard to come by. We'll keep 5 stacks. Metal vessels, we'll keep 5 stacks. Chill water, we'll keep 4. Keep all the wire. Sparkers, we'll keep. And we can't sell these. Cool. Modifications. Oops. Sell the non-purples. All right.
By the blue light, I didn't know if I'd ever see the whole collection reunited. And look at them. They're beautiful. You've done a great thing, Aloy. These may represent the last record that any of these beasts ever lived. Take this. It's the least I can do. And come back anytime. I and our animal friends await your return.
All right. I think the trade is no longer worth anything, so let's just check it out. Okay. All right.
That's all I need to know.
Are you sure? You can never learn too much.
Cool. Oh, we can actually activate them.
Alcest, Alcest, the noble moose. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
The horns grow like trees. Of course, this moose used those bizarre growths to blend in with its forest home.
Use them to fight other males. Okay.
Canis lupus, the enigmatic gray wolf. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Could it be that these wolves and our foxes are the same somehow? Perhaps after hundreds of winters. No, that's ridiculous.
Not far off. They do. I think they have this. I think they are in the same. I want to say genus. I don't quite know my biology tree, but I want to say they're at least in the same genus, maybe in the same family. I think the canines. I believe. So, all right.
Odocoleus virginianus, the majestic mule deer. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Not built like a predator, but perhaps it needed those horns to take down its prey in the absence of sharp fangs.
Nope. Again, like the moose, it's there for fighting other males. I think those are actually scientific names. The Canis lupus, the virginianus. I think those are the actual scientific names. Cool. Should be grizzly.
Ursus arctos, the menacing grizzly bear. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Those claws look like they could rip someone in half.
Perhaps in its youth, but you heard Montana Recreations. He said it's grizzled, old. Its hunting days are behind it.
Nope. Yeah, those are the scientific names that start.
Bison, bison, bison. That's the actual Latin name of the regal American bison. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Latin? Perhaps that's some sort of old world custom in which one repeats the name of a particularly revered animal.
Nope, Latin's a dead language used by the Romans, and now legal scholars or anything legal. But it's still used, but just not spoken. It kind of morphed into modern day Italian, so it's also influenced several other European languages. So its influences are everywhere, but Latin itself is a dead language.
Puma concalor, the fearsome cougar. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
Its coat is sand-colored. Could it have been a burrowing animal? Perhaps those teeth were only used for digging.
And this one's already here, so let's just check it out. It should be I think it was the black bear.
Ursus americanus, the magnificent American black bear. Brought to you by Montana Recreations.
How would you like to find yourself cornered by that thing?
I suspect I'd like it very much indeed. What a beautiful beast you were.
Well, let's just hope you have a bag of honey on the side to distract it. Alright. Alright. So anything else in here? Alright. And with that, I'm gonna quick save. We'll check out one of the rewards. I have a feeling they're not gonna be that good. Let's hope I'm wrong. Alright. Ooh, blue gleam. Hello. Okay, that's not much, but that could be worth something. Okay, those are actually kind of useful. The blue gleam for sure, because now we have quite a few of them, but this, wow. Damage, shock, and freeze. Trying to think of what weapon has damage, shock, and freeze all together. The only one that comes to mind would be the warbow, but I don't know. There's damage and shock in the tripcaster. Yeah, the first thing that comes to mind is the warbow. Yeah. Doesn't have a lot of damage, but does have shock and freeze. I don't know. We could do, sling. There's damage and shock. Up right here, damage, shock, and freeze. Alright, I don't really want to put it on the Rattler, no. I'll probably stick with a warbow. I don't know. Who knows?
A fistful of blue gleam's worth braving the cold.
Yep. How many do we have now? We actually have quite a few. 21. Okay, we should have enough to grab the warbow. The DLC warbow, anyway. Definitely want to grab our hands on that one. Alright. Save, and we'll actually call that an episode. Yep. Alright, yep, calling episode right here. Started off, went back to the Sundom, where we hunted a Stormbird with Varga in order to improve our Stormslinger weapon. I try to avoid using the rope caster on it, but it might as just use it, because when you fight a Stormbird, the first thing you want to do is take off this little chest weapon that shoots out the electric shocks. But at that point, it tends to keep its distance. You just gotta wait for it to die bomb and dodge the die bomb, rope caster it down to the ground, and just start plunking away at the elemental weaknesses. The fire arrows onto the blaster canisters, freeze arrow onto the freezing canisters by its neck, and it should go down pretty easily after that. But it can be kind of annoying to deal with, but wasn't too bad. Yep. Grabbed its talons, gave it to Varga. Yeah, I think it's Varga. To improve our weapon. Came back here to the Frozen Wilds. Went to, I think, Near's Rock settlement. Traveled around, grabbed some blue gleam, campfires. Did a detour to find the two missing Bernukes that were taking the ordeal. Found one of them, Ilkri or Ikri, or I forget how they pronounced it. Yeah, found her fending off machines, helped her out, followed her to where her friend was, cleared out those machines, broke Bernuk law to help her. She didn't like it, but so we helped her out. I think it's like Mallory, or I don't remember how they pronounced it, but. And then Ikari said, it matters to her, yada yada yada. Just think of me as dead and blah blah blah. So went back to Neo's Rock, did that, and then we continued south from there. Yeah, kind of traveled along the mountain paths. Yeah, where is it? Oh, they're gone. This was Near's Rock. So I guess they moved on after the quest was done. Yeah, so came back here after finding the two missing Bernukes, and then just kind of traveled south along the mountain paths. Yep. Came down here, helped out the three hunters, finding parts for Bergrand. Took care of a control tower, some stalkers, scrappers. So now they moved on to the last hunting spot, which is where we've been before. I'm pretty sure it's where is it? It's up here. Yeah, this site right here. You can see. Meet the young Werak at the final encounter. Yep. So we did clear this out already, so hopefully the only thing there should be snap maws and scrappers or long legs. So nothing too bad. But found the last of the animal figurines. Made our way here to, I think it's Honored Hall, I think is what they called it. Yep. Met Enjuk, who is fascinated by Montana recreations. Yeah, I think it's the Yellowstone kind of a visitor center. But yeah. Turned in the figurines, grabbed in all the loot. Yep. Did a little hollow messages for each one. And then I think that was it. Found some data pads. One audio, one text. Came out here, saved, checked out our loots, and that was it. Made some progress, although not in the main story, but we cleared out one side quest that we picked up and progressed another one. So hopefully, so hopefully next episode we'll finish up the last of the Hunters 3 here. By going this way. I think this gleam is up on the trail, the Shaman's Trail, so it's going to be difficult to get to, but anyway. So yeah. So I guess we're at the point we're just going to have to try and gather the last of these little random spots before we take on, either the bandit camp or the hunting ground. Probably the bandit camp, honestly. Yeah, bandit camp's probably going to be easier for us. But, so yeah. Yep, that was it. Next episode, we'll finish off the Hunters 3 and help them gather the last of the parts they need. And hopefully that'll be everything for them. So they paid off their debts, go back to the Sundom. And then after that, I'll probably come back here and then try to grab these things here. Yeah. This blue gleam, pigment, these blue gleams, and like the random nowheres. And then, depending on where we are, we'll go back and do this bandit camp. Well, actually, no, never mind. We will do the Hunters 3 at the start, but we'll probably go up to this campfire, cross this little area, follow the path to get this pigment, these blue gleams. We'll probably tag the campfire here. Pigment, blue gleam, make our way down, bandit camp, hopefully find this pigment. And then, I'm trying to think of a good pathing. There's a control tower there and some blue gleams. Because once we clear out this bandit camp, we then can progress to the main DLC quest line, but I'm trying to think if I want to go this way to grab these, which is probably the better thing to do. And then grab these. Yeah, still. But yeah, I like how it started. Quest, fast travel, tag, collect, clear out. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to do next episode. After the bandit camp, I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Either gather up the random pigments nearby or attempt the hunting ground in the up north. I don't know. We'll decide once we get there, but yeah. And I think that's a good thing to do. But again, that'll be for another episode, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.